kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak just my mind. Oh. Chilling wind and rain, you're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, 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 oh,
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our wins sharing FAQ session. I know there may be not many of you in yet, but I'd just like to welcome those of you who are here. My name, if you saw me yesterday or you didn't see me yesterday, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Rani. I will be your little bit of a host MC for tonight while we engage our consultants, Ocean and Ken, to answer some of your questions that you have with regards to QiMen. Sorry for the background. So what is this session all about, essentially? Let me just tell you what this session is and why we're having so many of these FAQ questions and all these FAQ, question and answer sessions. Now, this is a little bit of a session for you to try and allay your worries. Some of you may have some sort of issues with QiMen, understanding it. You're wondering whether it's for me. You have a lot of doubts. So we thought that we'll sit down and have a chat with some of you live so that we can allay or help you through some of the questions that you may have, some of the worries that you may have, because QiMen is a very difficult subject. It's not it's not impossible. It definitely takes time, and we're here to tell you that no matter how long it takes, you will get there with the patience and with the guidance of our consultants, who will tell you that things can get tough, but it's all about how you see things and how you put things in perspective. So we are here to come and help answer some questions that you may have. So I won't waste too much time yapping away. So I will leave some of the questions to our consultants. I think the first one who would like to have a word with you would be our resident consultant, Ocean. Now, he's an amazing guy. He is very well versed in QiMen. I've been taking a couple of classes under him, and let's just say that he's a very fun guy, and he'll definitely be able to answer a lot of your questions in a fun way. And I think that's most important. So I won't waste my time yapping again. So, Ocean, are you ready? Ready to answer some of the people's questions?
Hi everyone. This is Ocean. Thanks, Rani.
You're welcome.
Thank you
Have
so
fun.
much. Okay, yes, it's me again, and I wanted to show off this again. This is my personal fans, I would say, as a QiMen, favorite QiMen practitioner. So I always get this kind of fun things. Okay, so today we will talk about the FAQ. Yeah, then just a quick update, not to say update, information about myself. So who am I? So I've been Team Joey up here for like 3 years, and learning QiMen is near to 3 years or so. So whoever who knows me, you all know QiMen has really, really changed my life. As I would say, 360-degree change, totally changed my life. Yeah, so of course, QiMen Manifesting will be the one I need to credit from Dato Joe Yap. I have personally learned from him. And also, yeah, I will in these sessions, while I read all the FAQ, I will also share some of my stories based on the question you'll have. Yeah, so yeah, we have, wow, quite a number of people on live now. Yeah, so let's begin. Uh, yeah, Kian, I think, oh, you share for me.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Okay, thanks, Kian.
no problem.
Okay, the first question, do I need to know anything about Chinese metaphysics before starting QiMen? Or totally beginners, you can learn this also? Yeah, so let's see what is the answer from our QiMen members. Yeah, Sarah Michelle, so she's a QiMen Academy. So she said, I had no background at all when I started. So the chart looked confusing. Yeah, I just asked simple question and follow what it shows. So when the outcome matched, I was shocked. The little success made me realize anyone can start from scratch. So I would say I totally agree with what Sarah said, because when I first learned QiMen, I have zero knowledge. Yeah, just a little question. I mean background about me. So when I first joined Dato Joey Yap, the team Joey Yap, right? I have zero knowledge. I don't even know what is 八字. I know what is 八字, but I thought 八字 is only for those who want to marry. Then they need to look at each other. Oh, your 八字 is good. Yours and mine is match. So this is how it works. So that time I thought this is only 八字. So I don't know QiMen at all. So yeah. Then when I first learned QiMen, uh I directly learn from QiMen Club. Yeah, I don't even join the QiMen Academy also. So my first class was QiMen Club. Yeah, so that's why if you ask me, right, the first thing first, I would say, even you don't know Chinese metaphysics at all. You only know fire, water, metal, earth, and also what else? Metal, yeah. So that's why the five elements. Yeah. Even though you don't know English, I mean you don't know Mandarin at all, you only know English. You don't know Chinese at all. So what you do? Let me tell you a story. Actually, Dato, he don't know how to see those Chinese words also. He can speak, but he don't know how to see it at first, initially. Yeah, so this is the answer for you. Yeah, so even though this is the frequently asked question, they always ask if I don't know Chinese metaphysics at all, So can I start learning QiMen? Yes, the answer is always big yes. Okay, so that's my answer. For the second question is, QiMen super complicated with too many charts and symbol. How do normal people even use it in daily life? Hmm. So see what Marcus Tan has answered. So QiMen looked overwhelming to me at first, but when I use it for small, like choosing a direction before a client meeting, it worked better than I expected. So it gave me confidence without me needing to understand every details. So now I just use it step by step whenever I need guidance. Okay, as you all know, QiMen's actually we had few different categories. Yeah, we have QiMen forecasting, we have QiMen Feng Shui, we have QiMen Destiny, and also, of course, the QiMen strategy executions. So if you ask me, what Marcus has used for his daily life, right? So this is what we call achievement strategy executions, especially for those you are on sales or maybe you are on business line. So in other words, you are a closer. You want to close a sales, you want to close a deals. So this is how you use it daily, because even if you are very beginner, at least you know how to differentiate black color and red color, right? Yeah. So when you open a chart, so you let's say later 1 p.m. you need to have you had a meeting with a client. So what you need to do, yeah, just before before that you reach there earlier, then you plot the chart. Okay, what you can do, you can also plot the future chart. Example, now is only 11 a.m. So you can plot 1 p.m. later. Yeah. So Team Jory Up, if let's say is it possible if you all can post it? Yeah. We had the QiMen Explorer, so you can sign up for free. Yeah. So everyone, once you log in, you can use it to plot the hour charts. Yeah, it's that easy. So by choosing a right direction before client meetings, this is what markers do, and it's also what I did. Especially, sometimes even I talk to my bosses, right? Uh, Please don't tell my bosses, yeah. You'll just keep it secret. Whatever says here, whatever end here, right? Don't tell my boss. Yeah. So what I do, we used to go for Zoom meeting lah. We don't really always like face to face. Yeah. So when you are doing a Zoom meeting, right? So what's the benefit? So which means you can always choose the best direction, right? Yeah. So this is a tips for everyone. Yeah. If you prefer face to face, after this, you might change your mind because you want to get a good direction to close any sales, right? Yeah, so it might change your mind after this. This is what I did. Yeah. So for those who are very new and you are not sure what is it about, I don't know what Ocean is talking about. So it's okay. So listen to me now and believe me later. And we are only just day one after Dr. Jory has taught us. So yesterday we had Q&A sessions. Today is FAQ. So no FOMO, no worries. Yeah, just remember, bear in mind, this is how we use it daily. That's why the one thing I like about QiMen is because I like to learn something which is I call it lifetime skill, but it's a daily tool for us to use it every day. Yeah, so this is a good investment I will always do. Yeah, so definitely QiMen is the one set skill that I really invest a lot, not just the money, and of course the time that I've invested. Yeah, I even had students, they ask me, Ocean, when you sleep, do you sleep with the pillow or you sleep with the Beckham? We had a book with that big, right? Yeah, we call it Metaphysics. Yeah, so I sleep with the Metaphysics. Yeah, so jokes aside, okay, next the question will be,
Coach Ocean, we have a question from YouTube.
oh yeah.
From Livy Suryo. Her question is, I think she's trying to ask, I would like to ask about when timing aligns with energy. movement feels effortless. I think she's trying to ask, or they are trying to ask, what does this mean? When timing aligns with energy, movement feels effortless. I think Dr. Joy Yap sometimes mentions this very, very often as well. So
Yeah.
I think she's trying to understand what this phrase means.
Okay, thanks, Rani. So it's a question from Lily, right? Yep, I totally agree on this. And the reason why is, do you ever feel that you have already um used all your energy, used up all your time, and you put a lot of efforts on something, then suddenly you see one of your colleague, he do nothing, then he just get the better outcome than you. So whoever feel that before, please type one. Yeah, because I used to be in sales. So sometimes I see someone, why I see he always like sleep, eat, and drink coffee, drink, bubble tea, all these things. Then why okay lah, I don't talk bad words. Why they can do it, but not me? So sometimes the question is when the energy and time is aligned, right? So somehow, someday, they are just sitting at the same place. But when the times comes and they are facing the right direction, right? So you imagine now you are just sitting on your chair, your work desk, then you are facing to east, which means you are back towards the west. Then on that day, right, the day charts, actually you had the flying bird falling into cave. Yeah, so basically it's a good formations with what's the effects of flying bird? It means things falls into your lap easily. Okay, and then at the hour, let's say on that day, you had the same formations. Yeah. So what the guy do? He just do normal things, but he aligns with the energy and the timing and the direction. So that's why you feel that, oh, that guy do nothing, but he actually just aligned with that that moment energy. Yeah. So that's the magic power, I would say. Yeah.
Would you like to answer another question, Coach Ocean? There's another one that came in as well.
Yeah, sure.
Very simple one. It's from YouTube by Greeny Rainbow. So Greeny Rainbow is asking, after cleansing, can I command my guardian of destiny? So they want to know that once they finish cleansing, can they command their guardian of destiny and do whatever they want the guardian of destiny to do?
Okay. I will say yes first, but the answer will come with no after this. If you are a very new person, yeah, sometimes you imagine cleansing is an activity after you did for so many things. And I mean so many years you have not done any cleansing before. And once you finish the cleansing and suddenly you are formal, so you want to get something very fast. So I would say chill. Don't FOMO. Yeah, just let it be, go with the flows. That's the reason why we need to learn QiMen ourselves. Yeah, if everything can done by one sessions, right? The one is, I will say, whatever comes fast, they'll go faster also. Yeah, so you see, if one sessions, okay, I got another analogy. One meal can't make a person fat. Yeah, you all agree with that or not? Because if I want to gain 10 kg fats, normally people want to reduce, right? Okay, I come something different. If I want to increase 10 kg, can I increase 10 kg by eating one big buffet? I eat a lot. Wow, non-stop 10 hours eating. Then I want to get 10 kg. The answer is no. So whatever you do, right? So yeah, I understand everyone's want to get the result fast. Yeah, but if you are very new for QiMen, I would say chill. Let's go with the flow. And once you learn this QiMen skill set, right, you can find any good hours, and maybe just the next day, then you can get another better one, and that specifically hours you can do manifesting instead of cleansing. Because if the hour is good for cleansing, doesn't mean it's good for manifesting. Yeah. So that's my answer. Greeny Rainbow. What a nice name.
Yeah, very nice name. There's also another question. Today we're getting a lot of questions, Coach Ocean. Usually we don't really get so many questions during these lives, but this time a lot
I
of
will
them are
answer
coming in.
one more questions,
Sure.
then we will go for FAQ first.
Sure.
Yeah.
One last question before the FAQ. YouTube, Esther Ramley 2437. They want to know what is the meaning of Tao level Guardian of Destiny. So Guardian of Destiny, they want to know what the Tao level means.
Okay. A good question at the wrong timing. I would say okay, because we just finished our day one, so tomorrow will be the day two. So I will say this question I will just hold it first because I don't want to surpass my Sifu. Dato is my Sifu. So whatever he had not taught in day one, right? So we will just hold it. Yeah, because for today's session it's a FAQ. So we will open for the Q&A also. But I will only answer those questions who are taught by Dato for the day one. Yeah, so let's wait for Dato, Joey. You will teach on this also. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I will just continue for the FAQ first. Okay, will I need to memorize all the deities and stars before I can get results? Okay, so by David Chen, I still don't know them all by heart. Oh, by heart, wow, okay. I just started with one deity that fit what I wanted at the time. So like Chief for smooth outcomes, even though I didn't understand everything, but it gave me results. So over time, I pick up more, but the win started even before I memorized anything. Okay, I touch. Okay, I answer this with my deep bottom of my heart. I will say yes, even though I've learned for so many years, and honestly, I don't really remember every single thing. Yeah, even Dato, he is so good. He had learned Chinese metaphysics for 3 decades, more than 30 years. So yeah, my answer will be you don't need to memorize everything. Okay, because for me, there's a quote I always share with my students because I will say practice doesn't make perfect, but at least if you practice more, right, you will improve a lot. And I remember the day one I first learned QiMen, right? So I had a question I asked Dato also, I said, I'm not good enough. Can I so that's why I got no confidence to teach others because I haven't do this and I haven't do that. I haven't memorized everything yet. So the first thing he said is, as long as your intention is good, you really want to help others, you you are not thinking to I just want to earn some money or consult money, all this. Yeah, your intention is I want to help you out. Yeah, so this is the first mindset you will need to have. Yeah, because yeah, even until now, I will still have a lot of notes with me. Yeah, in my phone, I had a achievement one folder, right? Yeah, so you imagine if I lost my phone, I will cry like a baby, man, because all my expensive notes are there. But I will have backup also. No worries, no worries. Yeah, so no worries. I think whoever had these doubts, right? You want to be perfect before you become a consultant or before you help others out. Yeah, so no worries. Okay, so the next question will be, is QiMen easy to understand for someone without a background in metaphysics? Oh, quite similar. So Emily, she got an answer. She said, yes, absolutely. The way Joey teaches us is very clear and easy to follow. He explains in layman terms, uses real life applications. Yeah, so that's why it's simple to learn and apply. Okay. Yep. Like I have shared with all of you because for me myself, right, I've never done any metaphysics before I joined here. Yeah, so I think Emily give a very good answers. Yeah, so it's okay. This we can next for this one. Okay, the number fifth question: how is this different from Feng Shui and 八字? Won't I just get confused if I'm already studying those? Okay, let's see what we have. From Rachel Wong, I do a bit of Feng Shui and 八字, and I was worried about mixing it all up, but I found QiMen gave me something instant. Yeah, because Feng Shui felt more like setting up my space, but 八字helped me understand myself, but QiMen gave me real-time move. Wow, real-time move. That's what made stand up for me. Yeah. Okay. I will give one example. Although I learned Feng Shui and 八字 also, I learned I Ching, date selections, all this. But my favorite is QiMen. Because I'll give you an example, one analogy. If today you know that tomorrow is going to rain, yeah. Normally we don't bring our umbrella, right? Yeah, because it's not easy to bring the umbrella every time. Yeah, and in Malaysia we don't rain every day, right? Yeah. So before that, you just check out on the forecasting weather. Then you know that tomorrow at 1 p.m. there will be raining. And you prepare yourself an umbrella. Then you see when tomorrow came and you were outside and you see most of the people they never prepare any umbrella and you're the only one. So can't you see this is the benefit? Yeah. So QiMen's we have QiMen forecastings, and also if QiMen forecasting is to is a tools, I would say it's a daily tools for us to forecast an outcome before we knows. Yeah, so that's the advantage. That's why I think Rachel said a real-time move now, that's the advantage. Yeah. So and also QiMen manifesting actually I'm sure Dato has shared on the day one also. So which means if I forecast something, let's say I want to get a business deal with someone, then the outcome was not good. How? Yeah, this is what I did a lot of QiMen manifesting with my clients. So when you know the outcome is not good, right? Then you find a good QiMen hours and you manifest it, yeah, with a good formations. Yeah. So maybe you ask me how do I know? How do I choose a good? Yeah, I know before you ask me, I already know what you all want. Yeah. So for day 2, day 3, Dato will share about this also. Yeah. So as long as you had the outcome, you don't like the outcome, or the outcome is not good for you, right? So what you do, you find another good QiMen hour, then you manifest it. Yeah, you can change it. Yeah, this is what I did. Yeah. So yeah, I've done 5. So Kian, maybe it's your time.
All right, sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Yeah, so my name is Kian, for those who don't know me. So I'm actually on the Facebook also to see some of the questions over here. But before I start, right? So can I see a type of, the one here for those who are new to Chinese metaphysics or new to QiMen? How many of you are actually new? This is the first time you heard about this term QiMen from Dato, from Team Joey, or from even ourselves over today. Can you please type a 1 if you are new, totally a newbies here, so that I know that how many of you are actually new. So Rani, is there anyone typing 1 in the YouTube or
No.
Facebook? No?
At this point, Honyu and Teddy, I think no.
So I guess
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
there is.
There is.
Okay, because if you are not typing 1, I guess that you all are actually a seasoned practitioners, or at least you all know what is actually QiMen's all about, right? So Okay, there is actually a few of them. Anyway, Chinese metaphysics, maybe I just explain a little bit from start. In Chinese metaphysics, we have many different schools. Like just now, a lot of questions talking about the 八字, Feng Shui, QiMen, I Ching, all sort of different, the method. Yeah, all this is all under Chinese metaphysics. And today, and for the upcoming another 4 more days for the QiMen manifestations, is basically talking about a method from a school called QiMen Dunjia. So as what Tato has been explained in the day one, QiMen, there is actually 4 major applications that Tato already distinguished them into. So just now I saw that there is actually one question was asking what is that about the QiMen Feng Shui, what is all about the QiMen strategy executions. So basically just give you a glance of information on here. QiMen Feng Shui is part of the Feng Shui assessment for a practitioners or even a student or yourself, whoever is interested to learn up this method. Whenever you want to buy a property or whenever you want to look for a property, how do you know whether is the property, the Feng Shui is good for you? You know, the easiest and the fastest way just to do a glancing is through QiMen Feng Shui. So through the same chart, by different component and also the different application, we call it as a useful guide. You can actually decipher the informations in the chart in order to give you a glance, a screening. We call it screening, whether the property is a go or no go. It's a very straightforward. That is a glance on QiMen Feng Shui. How about QiMen strategy execution? Strategy execution is just like what Ocean just mentioned for some of the activity that he does. He know that he's going into the meeting with the bosses. He choose the time, he choose the location, he choose the directions. Where do he face, where do he back to talk to the boss? Through Zoom or through face-to-face. That is the strategy executions on picking the favorable or so-called the auspicious hour for us to execute some activities in order to enhance our chances on getting what we want in life. So that is strategy execution. So this is how we can actually apply the QiMen informations and knowledge into our life. All right. So basically, again, when we come to which one is the best, right? There is basically you have to have the understanding and the concept that there is no best method. There is no one and for all method. Yeah. Basically, every method or every school in Chinese metaphysics, they have their own very unique way of applying the application. 八字 basically tells you the potential or so-called the fundamental of a person character. How do you actually knowing a person character and how can you be a better person through 八字? QiMen, I would say this is a very strategic kind of informations and also a lot of applications that you can apply through the QiMen via the strategics, using it as a strategics advisory for you. That is the best. And then the Feng Shui is basically to know that whether your environment is actually using the right energy to boost your chances, to boost yourself into putting you into positions that you gain the unfair advantages for yourself or not. So there is some things that it allows you. Whereas the I Chings and also some of the philosophicals, at least it gives you some ideas about how you can actually approach your life. So different school, different methods in Chinese metaphysics, all of them has their own usage. And also there is a very unique a way that you can actually gel all the techniques together and apply it to your advantages. So for now, it's because of the QiMen's program that we are actually talking about, right? So let's focus on just QiMen's for now, so that it will be easier for you to understand and also to knowing that whether it's the one, the method, or the school, or the knowledge that you should be applying and also to obtain it for your own benefit, right? So at least for Ocean's wise, it will be easier for him to answer your questions that way as well. So to continue the questions that we collect from the students over these 2 days, The next question is, I'm busy with the work and family. Do I have to spend hours every day learning or plotting charts? Right? So let's see what is the past students, their testimonies towards this kind of question. So from James Patterson, he said that I only use QiMen when I need to make the decisions or when something's important is coming up. It takes me maybe 5 minutes to check the chart and choose a direction or time. Honestly, it saved me stress because I feel more certain afterwards. So basically, this is James' answers to you, right? Whoever asked these questions. So first of all, let me share with you. When you are learning a new subject in your life, when you know that after you learning this subject, it can give you a lot of help into your life. You can apply a lot of knowledge into your daily life. Wouldn't you be spending more time into and also the effort into learning it? The more and the faster you learn it, the better and also the longer that you can apply this knowledge to yourself. So when people say that I'm very stressed, I have so many things to juggle in life, right? Work, families, whatever. So do I still need to spend hours to learning that? No, not necessary. Just like how you want to learn a new language into your life. Let's say that you are a Malaysian. Usually in school, we already learn three different language, right? Malay, English, and also one of your native language, regardless is Chinese or even Tamil. But let's say you want to learn up the fourth language, and you know that the fourth language, it will be helping you a lot in your life. I know that you are very busy with your work and families and whatever, but will you spend more time in your own desire and also your own effort? You just squish it another 30 minutes, 1 hour a day, just to learn them, just to understand a little bit of concept and then just to practice it. Would you do that? Let's say that you are working in a Japanese company. If you know your Japanese, you can communicate better with your bosses. Do you think that every day you would spend at least like 15-30 minutes to learn up a little bit of the Japanese language day over day? The answer is probably yes, right? Because you know that by learning that, it can actually improve your chances to elevate and improve your life, especially in your workplace. So that's come the same with the achievement. If you see that there is actually a knowledge that can improve yourself, I'm sure that no matter how stressful or how busy you are, how tight you are in your life, you will be still spending like 13 minutes, 1 hour a day just to learn up a little bit from there. When talk about plotting charts, we have the software in JY's website. And also, if you are in the QiMen Club, you have the access into the very advanced QiMen plotter. You can plot, you can easily get whatever formations that you want from the software. So by learning and plotting the chart, it just takes you less than a minute. So it don't even take up a lot of time for you by plotting the chart like last time before the internet or the technology come in place. I'm talking about like Ming Dynasty, Qing Dynasty time. People still plotting chart by writing and drawing them out. Nowadays, no, everything is through internet software. And even in JY website itself, it already has a lot of resources for you to use. Every 2 hours, there will be one new hour chart. If you don't know how to plot, just go into the website and get the chart and do the readings. So that is how easy it is. Yeah. All right. So next questions. What if I make a mistake reading, let's see, reading the charts? Wouldn't I make the wrong decisions and mess things up? Right, it's a very good question. So this is from our students, Anna Santos. So she was actually testimony on this. She said, I worry about that too. But even when I wasn't sure, just going through the step gave me clarity and focus. Sometimes the result wasn't perfect, but it was still better than making a blind guess. It actually gave me more confidence, no less, right? So this is actually a very good testimony from Anna. For those who also have this kind of concerns and worries, right? Let me share with you one thing about Chinese metaphysics. When we learn up the Chinese metaphysics, one key components that we have to understand is why today you are here listening, both Ocean and myself talking about QiMen. There is one key thing is called affinity. These affinities pulling you into the attentions about Datuk having this webinar. You join the webinar, you know a little bit about QiMen, you want to know more. That's why you're spending like these 2 hours with us. You log into Facebook or YouTube to listen to about the Q&A. This is the affinity. Same things go to when you apply the QiMen or whatever Chinese metaphysics knowledge is affinity. You knowing that this is the universe giving you the answer, even you read it wrong. But at the time of your knowledge and also the understanding about the information is what the universe want to tell you. So share with you with a real life experience. Do you think that as a consultant of me, myself, do you think that I read chart or read the informations wrong for myself before? The answer is yes. Yeah. But when I look back after a few years or a few months, right? Hey, actually, I read it wrong. But the message that I read it for myself, right, was the message that I needed at the time. So when you allow the, you have to understand and you have to allow the universe do his own magics to you. Even with the knowledge and the understanding at the time for yourself, you read it wrong, but the message could be the thing, is could be the right message for you or for your client or for the persons who ask for your help is actually the important message or informations at the time. So that is what we call affinity. Again, don't worry about reading it wrongly or what. Because like what Anna mentioned, it at least gives you a better blind guess. Yeah. Because why? We are using the another dimensions of reference from the universe. We elevate our the dimensions. What we always say, right? Human, we are actually a four-dimensional animals, isn't it? Creatures. We know about the length, we know about the width, we know about the length, width, and wide, and also we know about the time, right? Time, space, and event, right? Three dimensions, and with the time is four dimension. But how about the another dimensions? We can't get that because we are already trapped with the four dimensionals. That's why through the QiMen, through the universe messages or the Chinese metaphysics, we actually get the another dimensional kind of reference. We call it the universe reference. We use the universe reference, aka here is QiMen chart, right? QiMen forecasting chart to read through to get us a little bit more clarity about what is the universe guidance to us. So even you read it wrong, but at least you get a more clarities than you just doing it blindly. So this is what Anna shared and also my sharing to you. Okay. So hope that actually resonates with some of you guys here. And to emphasize that, believing in affinity. Okay. So next, can QiMen help me learn how to read the chart accurately, even for myself? QiMen, okay, let's see what Ling Yuan actually has in mind on getting this testimony. So he's, I think it's a he, right? He say, at first, I couldn't do my own readings because I wasn't sure if I was interpreting them correctly. Like Joey say, we are often biased with our own charts. But after learning the frameworks and practice, I have opened charts for myself and more importantly for my friends and career. Their feedback has been that the reading were very accurate, which motivate me to keep learning. Right. So back to this question, can QiMen help me to learn how to read chart accurately, even for myself? First of all, QiMen can't help you to read chart accurately. You have to learn and you have to practice. The more you practice, the more you will get it accurate from day to day, from time to time. You learn up from your peers, you learn up from the consultant, you learn up from the coaches, you learn up from Dato Joey. That's why in this program, Dr. Joey already have all the framework and also a very systematic way for you to learn. To read chart accurately, again, is more the practice that you need to do. The more practice you do, the more practice you try, the better and the more accurate you can be. Why? Because there will be a few more components that is very important. Basically, it's like learning mathematics. We know that basic mathematics and the advanced mathematics is the long journeys, right? And also the physicians, the E equal MC square, those kind of theoretical physicians mathematics, right? That is a very high level. That is how you can actually reach the very, very high level, like the grandmaster level, like Dato Joey. But can you get that in day one? Almost none of us can do that. But the more practice that you actually practice in life daily through your fans, to yourself, to your client, you will be able to get there one day. But having said so, the more that you do, right, you actually seeing that there is actually a pattern that you can see that how you can actually read it more accurate from day to day. This is what actually is a correct way on learning. Please do not think that by learning it like in day one, day two, by the end of day five you can already understand everything. No, even the genius, yeah, sometimes you, again, why? First of all, you have a bias, as what Lin Yuan say here, also Dato as well. Every one of us has the bias in our life, right? When you plot the chart, it's not the result that you like. You will tend to have, this one is incorrect. You will plot the chart again in the next hour or next 2 hours. Does it really that make it that way? The answer is no. You are just trying to cheat yourself to the answer that you want, right? So that is the first, we call it as a red flag, because you have bias. Until you have the time, have the level that you can detach yourself from the question, whatever chart that you read, it will be very accurate. Because at the time, you already no longer have the problem of bias. Yeah. So that is where you can be very, very, very accurate, even for yourself, when you detach yourself from the questions. But before that, if let's say that you have a lot of problems, I say, if I learn this up, how do I read for myself if I can't get it even accurately? First of all, there is a few frameworks, like what Ling Yuan mentioned here, right? There is a few frameworks that help you to take, whether it's a take or a cross. So from there, at least it's an analytical way to help you to get the answer. Whether you like it or not, that is the guidance from the universe. As a human, as a practitioner, there is always a way for us to change the outcome that we want. That is what QiMen manifestation is all about. Yeah. So in day 2, day 3, day 4, and day 5, definitely Tata will share more about the manifestation to teach you how to bend the reality from the unwanted situations to the desired outcome for yourself. All right. Okay. So,
Kian, there are a couple
yes.
of there are a few questions about cleansing. Remember, I think that was something that was covered by Dato on the first part one, right? So we
Yes.
got a few questions here. One by Sugarcane 7150 on YouTube, and also a similar question by Mabel on Facebook. They
All right.
both want to know, if I started my cleansing late beyond the second hour, is there any concern? And then
All right.
Mabel wants to know, similar question, what happens if we do the cleansing after the hour has passed?
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Randy.
Welcome.
Thank you, guys. Okay. First of all, definitely as a beginners, right, you might be worried that, oh, how if I do it wrongly, if I didn't do it correctly, what is the side effect? If I miss the timing that given by Dato, if I do it like later half an hour time, will we have the same effect or not? So first of all, the timing that we are actually given by Datuk, right, is basically based on the hour chart. Okay, because based on that hour chart, that time, that day, that is the formations that he likes to use for cleansing, for examples. Yeah. So that's why he will ask you to back face the directions and do the cleansing. Some of you may be at very beginning and you don't really catch what he mentions about the back face. Yeah. Why back face? Why direction? Why this sector? Why that sector? My QiMen directions, the Destiny Palace is not this sector. Can I do that, do this? A lot of you have that kind of questions. First of all, don't worry too much about that first, because this is the first time for you to do cleansing, right? So what is basically the effect that you will get is, first of all, let me clear this doubt first. Whatever Datuk share on the formations on the day, right, is a very, very safe formation to use, first of all. If you don't do it correctly, as what he mentioned, don't worry, there will be no side effect whatsoever. So this is one of the safe thing for you, right? Even you did it wrongly, there will be no side effect. But how about you miss the timing, like half an hour, then only you remember and then you quickly go and do the cleansing. What is the effect? You will still get a little bit of the cleansing effect, yeah, no doubt, but maybe not the best pure energy that you are getting. So what's about that? It means that it's not as effective as you do during the time given. That's all. So which means that the cleansing is not complete? Yeah, you can say so. It is not effective. Yeah, the best that I can use the words is the cleansing might not be 100% effective that way. But does it do any cleansing or not? Yes, it does. But probably, out of 100%, just imagine, yeah, you have the recycle bin in your computer. When you are trying to do cleansing, it's just like empty the recycle bin. But what happened is you click the recycle bin and then you just highlight those files that you want to delete. And suddenly, because of somebody asked you for something, you just distracted, you press delete, you didn't delete entirely for the recycle bin. Some of the rubbish is still in the recycle bin. That's what it means. It's not effective that way. Let me share with you one of my personal experience about cleansing. How does we know whether the cleansing is very effective? The objective for cleansing is basically, I would say, make the three major objectives that we want to achieve. First of all, when we're doing cleansing, we know that in that reason's time, we are actually at the downward spiral, which means that our emotion, our feeling, our mind is actually blocked or so-called distracted by some of the incidents or the negative things happens in our life. When we do cleansing, we trying to make sure that uh, in our emotions and mind, right, we actually tune it back to at least a neutral level. Yeah, this is what Dato kept on saying about the heaven, the spirit, heaven, man, and earth alignment. So what does it actually mean? Spirit, emotions, mind, body, and also the actions, right? So we want to, at least when we do cleansing, the mind and also the emotion, we are able to align them into at least a neutral level. So the cleansing, this is the first thing that we want to do. Secondly, we know that sometimes we are in a little bit weak in immune system. We have a little bit of illnesses and sick, right? So when we through the cleansing, we're using the so-called manifestation. We call it as a subconscious mind, or at least the universe energy, to help us to remove all the germs, viruses, or negativity out from our body, so that our immune system can do the work better. Do you know that in scientific already proven that subconscious mind is a very powerful tool? When you're giving more energies to them, they actually can do a little bit of the self-immune power to our body as well. So that is the second thing they want to achieve. And then the third one, so basically, is mainly we want to remove out all sort of the negative energies that come to ourselves daily. Yeah, regardless whether it's the self-inflicted or the informations that we capture from the surrounding. For example, a lot of complaints that you hear from your friends, your family, your wife, your husband is all the negativities that go into your ears come to you. A lot of negative news that we read through from the newspaper is also the negative informations, right? We get it. All these things that come into our mind, to our eyes or our ears, it go into our body. If you don't clean them out, it will just compile it, And you know why always the people always say that, you know, during the teenager, during the youngster, when the society is a little bit chaotic, they are the one who very frustrated that tends to inflict them to do a lot of things, you know, they can't really control their emotions and tends to want to fight and things like that. In Cantonese, we call Feng, right? Feng is a very angry teenager. Why? Because this is all the information that they collect in their bodies, right? They don't have the way that they cleanse themselves to remove all these negative. That eventually a little bit things surroundings they can trigger their emotion. So when we do cleansing, these are the things that we want to clean up, right? So these basically these are the three key things that we cleanse so that we bring ourselves into the neutral positions or neutral frequency, that we can have now more capacity to receive more information surrounding ourselves and also through the universe. So let's say if you miss the timing, if you don't do it correctly, basically it just means that the cleansing is not as effective as it is. Does it have any side effect or not? No, not really. But what is happening is when you do it correctly, do it exactly like the time that Tato given. Share with you some of the key testimony that I heard, even for myself. There was one time that I just look at the chart. Well, this is the best formation to do the cleansing. For those who is already a seasoned practitioners, I'm using the double deception with the rest door, right? And also there's a grade with the chief over there. It's a 7-star chief some more. So what happened is that day when I do the manifestation for cleansing, and I was actually distracted by my daughter. So when I just doing the manifestation, I just asked the universes to cleanse, and suddenly she came, daddy, daddy, blah, 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 blah. She was talking a little bit things, distracted. So I didn't do the full complete cleansings mantra for myself. So guess what? After that, I was busy and distracted to help her on doing the thing. But after the cleansing hours, right, and starting on that day itself, I went into the toilet just to flush. Yeah, it means diarrhea. I call it diarrhea, just to flush. And basically the flush, right, it doesn't pain like diarrhea. It doesn't have the effect like having diarrhea. My stomach is not pain, right? It's just flush. One day I probably went to the toilet for almost 10 times already. 10 times. People would think that, oh, maybe you're just food poisoning. Maybe you're just having diarrhea, right? But it's not true. Why? I'm not feeling tired. I'm not feeling very painful or whatsoever. I just have the urge to go into the toilet. So after that, just touch the 12 a.m. the next day, right? The flush stopped. I don't have the urge to go in the toilet anymore. Yeah, just happened to that one day, the cleansing after that cleansing, when it just touched the next day, right? Everything stopped. And you tell me, am I having food poisoning? No, definitely it's not. For those who having diarrhea before, who having food poisoning before, you know that you wouldn't able to recover yourself at least 3 days, even with doctor prescription of the antibiotics and also the medicines. I'm not on medicines at all, not on anything. Just by the time struck 12, right, everything stopped. And tell me, is it the cleansing or just the side effect or whatever? But after that, I feel very light, the next day. So that is one of the the things that I experienced. Another sharing with you is I was sharing this formation to one of my close friends, and also the next day she was telling me that the cleansing was so successful because the day before she has a little bit flu. After the cleansing, all the flu go away, no flu anymore. So, you know, you probably some skeptical person will say that just about to get good, right? I don't know. This is what you can always say, but if you believe in cleansing, if you try that out, you can see the miracle. I can even share with you one of the another perspective, and it's the same cleansing day. Another friends of mine did that cleansing as well. She have been trying to get the immigrations officers for the passport renewal for almost a month. Every time she went into the immigrations, right, it's full of long queue. When she get the number, she can't do it on the same day, and she's working, right, so she can't go to the same next day again. But what happened is after doing the cleansing, the next day she went to the immigrations. She see a very long queue also. But what happened is when she get the number, she can get it done within 30 minutes. So now you tell me, is it the miracle or the works that we did actually help us in our life? Just the small cleansing on manifestation, it already has this effect. If you know how to use that, every day we have the QiMen chart. Every 2 hours we will have the QiMen chart. And if you have something urgent in your life to do, right, you can actually use that information for yourself. All right. So I hope that I answered these questions, Rani, about the questions who asked whether it actually, what is the side effect you might get, right?
Yep, yep. I'm sure there's a very interesting story about the cleansing that you had. I'm very intrigued. I'll share my story at the end of the session, but this is very interesting because no one has ever really told me that they also had this incidence of diarrhea when they started cleansing. This is a new story to me, but I also have a little story, but I'll share it towards the end of the session when we finish answering all the lovely people's questions.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, shall we move on? Would you like to answer another question, or shall we move on to the slides, the question of our students?
Yeah, if there is questions in the Facebook or YouTube.
Yes, there is a
Okay.
question
Yeah,
by
sure.
Patricia Poli, also about cleansing, right? She
Right.
asked if she sat in the wrong direction or the wrong location and faced the wrong direction during cleansing, will it backfire?
Okay.
So,
Right. As I mentioned just now, the QiMen chart is basically a guidance to tell you where is the best energy at the time. Yeah. So that's why there is a formations. Usually, there is the different kind of applications that we can use. If let's say you are the beginner, you are the newbies, you did it wrong. You sit into the different directions, but your mantra is for the cleansing. So what will happen? It won't be effective in terms of cleansing, definitely, because you are not tapping to the right energy per se. Yeah. But does it work or not? Yeah, it still works a little bit because why? When we talk about achievement, right? When we talk about manifestation, in scientific term, is basically subconscious mind. You are trying now to mold your subconscious mind into a certain thing. Looking facing to the direction is basically tapping to the energy, to the universe energy. When you tap into the right universe energy, it boosting the effect. When you're not tapping to the right directions, or so-called the energy, just imagine about the Wi-Fi on your cell phone. You know that the tower of the Maxis is over there, right? When you are facing that, you get a full bar. When you are not facing to the tower, maybe you just get 1 or 2 bar. Can you still send a message or give a call to your friend? The answer is yes. Maybe the line is not as clear as you want to be. That's the same analogy back to this manifestation. If you did it in the wrong direction, you are still shaping your subconscious mind. You're still doing a little bit of cleansing, no doubt. But will it be very effective when you do it in the right directions, right facing? The answer is maybe you just can think of the effectiveness half by half. Then is the best, answers, and also some things that you can imagine when you're not doing it correctly on the direction, but it still works because you are shaping your subconscious mind onto telling your body, mind, and soul you want to do the cleansing, you want to remove out the negativity from your body. All right.
awesome. Awesome.
Okay. So, okay, let me answer one more questions from this FAQ and then I'll pass it to Oceans.
Okay.
All right.
Would you like to choose one, or should I read out one interesting one for you?
Oh, okay, sure. Why not? You can pick
Okay.
one. Okay.
This is from Vera Gafton from Facebook. If the year, month, and day energies are not good, is it possible to obtain good result using QiMen favorable direction?
All right. So, okay, okay, just now you say that if the,
Year, month, and day energies are not good.
okay,
So Vera wants to know, if we use QiMen favorable directions, can this override the inauspicious year, month, and day energy?
all right. Thank you very much for that questions. Yeah, whoever asked this, I'm sure that she got confused about two different methods already. When she asked about the year, month, day, and the so-called time energy is not favorable, maybe she's looking at the date selection, or maybe the date selection with the day officer. Probably it's a destroy day. It's like the maybe it's what they call that. It's called the, let's say, close day, or the, I don't know, remove day, this kind of so-called not so auspicious day, right? But the achievement manifestations, or so-called achievement hour, that direction, let's say, have green dragon returns, or flying bird fall into the cave formations, what will it actually get? First of all, these are the two different methods. Okay, date selection is basically on to telling you what is the energy about on that day. When we talk about achievements hour, the chart, right, the so-called forecasting chart, or even the day chart, we're talking about the chart, the energy on these 8 different directions. When you are doing some things in the correct positions, in the correct sectors, back face to the right direction, you are tapping to the universe energy that way. Even the day officer itself is not good, but you are tapping to the right energies from the universe based on the achievements energy. You are still getting a little bit help from the universe. So to answer that, right, even in a bad day, bad hour, bad officer day, the chart actually tell you there is still some good energy in a certain sector. If you are using the energy at that sector, you are still doing and you are still getting some good energy to yourself. So you will still be getting some good outcome eventually, even at the bad day. That's why the more you learn, the longer that you learn the Chinese metaphysics, right? Then you will realize that there is actually no good or bad day. It always that what do you want and how do you step into the right energy to give you the the advantages, or the so-called the boost for you to complete to get the best outcome to your life.
Okay,
All right.
that was a good
Okay.
answer. Would you like to go back to the slides now, Kian?
Yep. Yep. I go back to the slide. One more questions, then I'll pass it back to Oceans. All right. So the slide, the next question is asking, how accurate can QiMen be if two peoples are looking at the same chart? Wouldn't the interpretation differ? Yeah. So based on Marco, the experience, he say, yes, we sometimes read it differently, but both of us still took action based on the chart, and we both got result. That show me achievement isn't about perfect interpretation. It's about using it to move forward with more confidence. This is a very good testimony from Marco. And you look at it, yeah, just imagine even one same the so-called informations that you get from let's say the market report, the share market report, somebody can read it very differently, right? So we look at the recent one, the gold, silver, and Bitcoin down, right? Some people will say that, oh, the market is going to crash soon. But some people read it differently. They say that this is the readjustment of the market because people now has more confidence on the conventional banking system. So look at it. The same informations, two different mindset, two different people will look at it differently. But whatever they take action will be probably different. But does it benefit to both of them? Eventually depends on what the people want at the time. So the achievement, the hour chart is always the same. But how to apply the chart for the information It depends on the person's experience and also the person's the style of reading. Yeah, I would really say that the reason is because even it's the same doctor, the GP, looking at the patients come in with the flu, right? They will probably ask you, oh, okay, just rest 2, 3 days. You don't need to take on the very heavy antibiotics. But the another GP might say that, okay, just take these antibiotics, then you can cure in 1 day. So does any one of them wrong? No, they are just treating it different approach. For the first one, the doctor may say that, okay, your self-immune system can cure this. You don't need the additional antibiotics to help you because eventually you will destroying your immune system. But the other doctor, he say that, okay, you're working, right? You need it fast, right? Okay, let's do this antibiotic fast so that within 1 day you can back to work already. But he didn't say the side effect. The side effect maybe it will just damaging a little bit on the immune system. But the GP is telling you the two different approach based on the same information. Just that, whether it is work or not. If your ultimate outcome is I want to get cured from the flu, both of them works. Yeah, just different approach. All right. Okay. So, Oceans, are you ready?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Now I pass it back to you.
Thanks,
Right.
Kian. Okay. So Rani, maybe I'll just go for one FAQ. Then after that, we will see any Q&A also.
Okay, so you
So
would like to
can
tackle an FAQ?
yeah, I'll
Okay.
finish one first. Yeah, later
Okay,
see.
you're finished.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
So
this is
can
good.
QiMen really work for modern problems like career choices, business decisions, or relationship issues? Okay, so let's see what are the answer from others. Yeah, sorry, Ken. I need. Oh, thank you. Okay. Okay, so there's an answer from Michael Thompson. So I use it for my job search. The chart show me that the right direction to interview. Wow, okay. So the interview was smooth and also I got the job. So it wasn't theory, but for today challenge, it worked for today challenge. Okay, yep. So how many of you that you have really ever did the achievement forecastings and you had the same outcome like Michael because he used achievement charts to solve the real life problems. So how many of you have this experience? So type 1 if you have this experience. So if you have no experience, you can type 2. So let me know. I just want to know how many of you are very new and you have not ever tried this experience. And I'm sure I will say you will get fascinated. You have a wow, why I never learned Qigong earlier of my life. Yeah. So one of my sharing, I would say a big win recently is because you're not just solve the problems of career choices, business decisions, or relationship. So recently, one of my colleague, yeah. So what she did, she went to one of the, in our Mid Valley, our mall. Yeah. So she was having a late dinner in one of the restaurant. So after few days later only she she realized that she missed out the phone. She lost her phone. And only 1 week later, she decided to ask me, "Hey Ocean, can I get your help?" Because I lost my phone. And in the phone, I have a lot of information, important informations. Yeah, so yeah, she looked for me. And then so what I did, I just plotted a achievement chart. I still remember it was southeast directions, southeast or southwest, I forgot. Then I just tell her, whenever you are now, just look for that directions, and then it is under the sun and the environment full of grasses. I just told her this informations. Then she, after 3 hours later, suddenly she messaged me and literally spam message on me. She was like, Ocean, Ocean, Ocean. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. She sent a lot of message to me. She said, I found my phone. Yeah, that time I was like, yeah, okay, I think it's normal because QiMen can find the answer. Yeah, so she was so happy. Then she bought me, coffees. I like coffee very much. Yeah, especially mocha. So before this session, actually, I took 2 cups of mocha to make sure I'm fully energized and also stay sharp. Yeah. So if you ask me, achievement is not just for career choices, business decisions, because if you ask me to get better decisions on career, business, and relationship, right? It is very normal. I would say this is normalized in Chinese metaphysics. Because with achievement, right, like what Kian has shared with us just now. So in our charts, so everything, all the information is already inside. Yeah. So examples, the outcome box is basically I would say, how do I say? Okay, let me give another examples. The outcome box is producing into the asker. Yeah, so everyone can read this. I think it's very normal. It's very basic things. So the way you interpret and based on your experience, then you can read more details. Yeah, so this is what we do. Oh, okay, so I see a lot of there's a lot of new people here, right? Yeah, so I will guide you all in slower way and easy way lah. Yeah, I won't go too deep. Yeah, because I understand that you are quite new here and you all have reasons, you all have your own reasons to stay here. It's Friday night. Yeah, I can't go for party. You decided not to go for party, right? Because you want to get some juicy not to say juicy, I would say you want to have some takeaway. Yeah, you want to learn something, right? Yeah. Then I will also share with you how I use manifesting and also how do I change my life with just using a simple thing we call QiMen Manifesting. Okay, just a short story. Uh, I used to be an introvert guy, so my dream is to become a speaker. So Dato Joey is my mentor and also my idol. So what I did, I went to Taiwan excursion with Dato Joey. So we been to the right place, the right timing, using the right technique. So we did a manifestation on Taiwan. We went to the mountains and the caves, all these things. So long story cut short, uh, I did a manifestation. I still remember that time. It was good formations, flying bird falling into cave with 9 heaven. Okay, so after this story, you will know why I like flying bird so much. Okay, so that time what I did, I still can remember until now. I'm still using this. Yeah, the first thing first, I always remember. Um, 9 heaven represent visualizations. So you have the ability to foresee something. Okay. But no worries. I know you will ask me, Ocean, are you a 9 heaven deity? My answer is no. But as long as if the hour charts come with 9 heaven, right, I will you fully utilize it because I have you imagine yourself, you have a permit to use 9 heaven in that 2 hours. Yeah. So whatever you have in the hour chart with good formations, then you can always use it. Yeah. So what I did, uh, first thing, I visualize myself on the stage of Dato Joria. Dato Joria, he likes his name so much. So he will have a lot of Joey Up, yeah, Thrive 2024, Thrive 2023, Joey Up. So I imagine myself on the stage talking with thousands of people on the red carpet, you see. So this is how details when I do manifesting. Yeah. Then especially uh I'm too detailed lah. You don't have to be that, but just sharing. Dato Joey has the big letter Joey up, the white color, right, on the stage. Yeah. So I even manifest, I foresee that thing, that simple thing, right? So this changes my life. And literally just 1 year later, that time was 2023 April. So 2024 April, I I've I got the chance from Dato Joey. So he asked if you want to share on our 2024 QiMen Live in Singapore. I was like, wow, no, this is too much. I mean, this is ridiculous. How can I get this? Because I don't say I'm very good, but dreams do come true. Yeah, I was so shocked that time I've given this chance. And you imagine you are on your idol stage. It's not a normal person. Dr. Joyap, he's a international speaker. He's been in this industry for 3 decades. And most importantly, he's my mentor and my idol. So I can't do it without QiMen. So if you ask me, QiMen has really changed my life. Yeah, that's my story. So if you ask me, there's another small technique to increase the effects of the manifesting. So you might try to foresee yourself in that outcome. Yeah. So yeah, Rani, do we have any Q&A here now?
Yes. Would you like to answer one very interesting question, Ocean?
Yeah,
I think a
sure.
lot of
I
us
like
have this
interesting.
question in our head. So basically, Chondrotan from YouTube, they want to ask, if we want to have a wish come true, for example, strike a toto, for example, should they make a manifestation wish in the direction of life door, Xing?
Okay. Especially for those who are very new, right? Dato Joey has mentioned also, when you do manifesting, right, we will only focus on the hour chart first. Yeah, if you are very new. If you are very pro, you are very advanced one. So what you do, you can find your destiny chart, then you overlap with day chart with hour chart. Then you get extra, extra effects. But if let's say you are very new and our chart is good enough, like especially just now the answer, there's a question, right, asking day chart and month chart and all the year chart. So I will always say something like, in Chinese metaphysics, the most foundation thing we call the taiji. There's a circle, then in the circle there's white part and black part, half half. Okay, so in the white there's a small black, a dot, and in the black there's a small white. So what does it mean? It means in every situation, no matter it's good or bad, right? So in the bad situation, you can always find a good thing. Then in the bad situation, there's always a bad thing, pros and cons. Just layman term lah, we call it pros and cons. Yeah. So if you ask me, in the bad year, there's always good month. In the bad month, there's always good day. And of course, if there's a bad day, there will be a good hours also. So that 2 hours of good hours can change your life. Yeah, you imagine, right? I'm that kind of person. I'm so lazy that I want to learn QiMen, because when I know QiMen, you can find a good hours. You can also increase 2 times, 5 times, or 10 times the outcome, right? So I told myself, why not? Why do I need to work 10 hours a day? Why not I just find a 2 hours, yeah, so I can rest for the 8 hours. Then in that 2 hours, fully, in Chinese we say lap yao, which means in that 2 hours you open up all the sport modes, the turbo modes and everything, and just the accelerator just push until the end.
Go straight to
Yeah.
what we want.
Yep. So I'm that lazy lah, but it works. It works for me. Yeah. So I can answer another two more.
Sure. Okay. I got two good ones for you. It's about cleansing, which Datuk covered in part one. So the first one is, if we didn't manage to do cleansing yesterday and today, can we still do manifestation? This is from Helena Yao on Facebook.
Okay. Yes. The answer is yes, but the effect will be better than normal lah. I don't say it's normal first. If you are a person, you are already your current state of psychology and everything is good, average. Don't talk about the negative first, yeah. So which means your normal state. So whatever you do manifesting, right, it does work also because you are using the right techniques to do the um specific goal you want, and also using the specific technique. So you will get what you want. But imagine like what Dato has shared, although it's very when I heard what Dato give the analogy, the examples, I feel very disgusting. Yeah, because he said, imagine your glass of water, your glass filled with the pee. So because you have in your environment, there's a lot of shit things, a lot of negative friends, negative environments. So that makes your glass so polluted. Yeah. So if you are that kind of polluted, right? So my advice, please go to cleansing first. Yeah. But if your glass is normal, just a little bit of polluted. So I'm sure most of you see that also in the Facebook or the YouTube or even in the Instagram or TikTok. So people used to say cleansing is something like you are having a glass, so the inside is polluted with a lot of black colors. Then you just open the in the basin, just add on more water, add all the positive things, listen to positive, yeah, maybe like the Gary V. Yeah, always listen. He always say, put how does he say apply yourself more motivation, the positive things. Yeah. So the more you manifest, right, then afterwards everything will be clean also. Yeah. But if you have the ability to learn cleansing, why do you need to waste so much of time, keep adding? You just need one simple thing. Take the glass, pour away, then you will have one empty glass, so you can manifest anything. So if you ask me, QiMen is a lifetime skill, right? That you can use it daily. So if you ask me, I always invest on something which is lifetime skill. You will never outdated one, because even 20 years later or 30 years later, full of AI, you have all the robots, everything. Do you need to make decisions or not? Do you want a better outcome? Yes, right. Yeah, I'm sure everyone here, you want to learn QiMen because you previously maybe you have made some bad decisions. Then after the outcome, right, then you will ask, you will say one thing. In Chinese you always say 早知道. So in English, I wish I know earlier. If what if I know earlier? Yeah, Rani, do you have this kind of uh situation before?
Always. It's like you
Yeah.
always wish that you had that information so that you can make the right decision. But if only you had that information, but then sometimes life is about experiences also. It's if you don't make that decision, you don't learn the lesson that comes with the decision, the bad decision. So sometimes I think everything sometimes works out in your favor. You make a bad decision, you learn, and maybe that bad decision leads to some other thing that's better. So that's how I like to look at it. But yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. So you see, that's why I treat this as an investment because I'm an investor also. I trade a lot. I trade on Bitcoin and all these things. So that's why I treat my energy like how I treat my money. because I understand that today my energy, every day I just have this energy. So I treat my energy, I would say, more than how I treat my money lah. Sometimes money I'll buy silly things just to make myself happy. But energy I know is very limited. To fully charge my energy, right, I need to sleep at least 8 hours. So how important is my energy? So how I treat my energy, you can imagine, right? So if you have this ability, right, just simple skill, we call it QiMen forecasting and manifesting, then this is how the game changer. Because sometimes things might not uh went smoothly like how we think, right? So what you do, even you are so good in forecasting, right? Then the outcome is not that good. Then how you change it? So QiMen manifesting is one of the tools you can use it lah. Yeah, that's my story. Yeah.
Would you like to answer another question, or shall we go back to the slides? Question
I
up to
think
you.
one more. Yeah,
One more? Okay.
Yeah.
So this one is also a very interesting question, but I don't know if you want to answer it. It's by Patricia Foley, Facebook. She wants to know, how do you identify the day and hour to pick for cleansing? So I think she's trying to see the formation, how you find the formation that is best for cleansing, or maybe that day is for cleansing and not for manifesting. I think she wants to know the formation.
Okay, very good questions. But still the same thing, I would say. Good question, but wrong timing asking. Because like I said, we have just finished our day one. So we have day two, day three, and day four. Of course, day one is likely more on the beginners part. Then Dato Joey has explained how manifesting works. And he also gave us two days, 2 different hours of cleansings. So this is more on the experience first. Yeah, so for that part, like you're asking for choosing a good date or good hours to cleansing, right? That will be a little bit advanced, but I'm sure Tato Joey will share with you how it works. Yeah, so no worries, no FOMO. You will learn this. That's the reason why you are here. Okay, so let me continue with the FAQ. Yeah. Thanks, Rani. Okay, can QiMen be applied in daily life to get real results? So this is a frequently asked questions from Ivan. Yes, I'm very results oriented, and what Joey teaches is practical. You can apply it, see results. For example, I use QiMen, book flights. So look at the San Francisco. There's a tangible result QiMen helped me to achieve. Wow, well, I never tried that before. I shall try it next time. Instead of paying high economy fares, the chart led me to South and look for San Francisco. Wow, this is fantastic. Okay, um, like this, I've shared with all of you because in QiMen, right, every day we need to make decisions, right? Just whether it's small decisions or big decisions. Yeah. How many of you always don't know what to eat at the lunch and you ask your colleagues, hey, what to eat? Uh, yeah, type one if you always ask this question to your colleagues or your friends. But of course, I won't ask you to plot the achievement chart to forecast what to eat. But what I'm trying to say is you always, as a human being, we always need to make decisions. And sometimes we get the chance to we got a lot of opportunities from our bosses, from our friends, from our family members, or even our uncle aunties. Yeah, but every time you ask yourself, is this a good decision? What if I made this decision and this doesn't work? What if it works? Yeah, so you will have a lot of question marks, right? Yeah, so instead of asking yourself, what if, and imagine you yourself, you can have the skill set to forecast the outcome. And based on the outcome, you will have an answer how to do it. Isn't it very good. Yeah. So yeah, I see a lot of people, you all have this kind of, decision frustration. I don't know what to do. From what if you don't know how your day, birth, day and hour? I know my year, month, but not day. Normally you will know your day, like day, month, and year is good enough. If you don't know the time, just tick the unknown hour. Yeah, that's easy. Okay, we have another question. Do I need special software or expensive tools before I can start using QiMen? So this is a question frequently asked by the clients. Okay, we have Marina. She answered, not at all. I only used the online chart plotter that came with my membership. That was enough to apply. No extra gadgets and cost needed. Yep. I would say for now, we are so lucky that we had the free software by Dato Joey. So you just need to search Joey Up Explorer. Joey Up QiMen Explorer. You don't even need to log in, right? You just scroll to the bottom, then you will get this QiMen hour chart. Trust me, with this hour chart, you can do a lot of wonders. Of course, we have the we call it QiMen clubs. So we have club editions one. The one shows you more informations. But kid you not, the free version is good enough. Yeah. Before I went to the clubs also, I will always use the, I mean not me lah, because I joined just to straight away to club version. But I have a lot of students, they use the free one. The normal version is good enough for them to make better decisions. Yeah, because the big picture you should always look at is the outcome box and also the asker box. So with this free version is enough. You don't have to buy more extra gadgets or extra cost. Yeah, so we shall go for next. Isn't this just superstition or fortune telling? How do I know something practical I can apply? Okay, so we have Jennifer. Her answer is, I used to think QiMen sounded like a fortune telling, but after I've tested it on my business launch, so I couldn't deny the difference. So the timing I've picked QiMen give me a bigger response than before. So when I realized it's practical, so not just a belief. Yeah, this is totally right. Because whenever people ask me these things, right, then I will ask them back the question. Have you ever watched the news? And they were like, yeah. Then I will say, is the forecast weather a superstition or a fortune telling? Then they will say, no. Because the forecast weather is based on the data. The previously, if let's say the cloud, you have how many percent of the water, then they will start raining. Then if the rain, I don't know all these things already. Okay. So this is how the forecast weather works, right? Yeah. So same as how QiMen works. That's why we have 1080 different of charts in our charts. Yeah. So based on our ancestor, yeah, all the good, like my idol, we call it 诸葛亮 lah. So this is how this is why I bought this the feather fan. I want to look like him. Okay. Yeah, so all the QiMen masters. So this is how they do it. So based on all the data, right? If this question is being asked, then this and this box is in this, let's say is in the water box. So then this is at the wood box. So means the outcome is, um, how do I say that? Yeah, is to the wood. Yeah, so you see, this is what we get. Yeah, because this is producing to the asker. So outcome produced to the asker is very good. Yeah, so that means in this situation, you will get the outcome. So, ta-da, this is what we call QiMen forecasting. So if you think it's superstition or fortune telling, try it. Once you try it, yeah, even if you don't have a chance to ask Dato Joey, right? go to YouTube, you search, you'll see how amazing is it. Yeah. So for the next questions, what if I'm not a lucky person? Will QiMen even work for me? Oh, okay. So we have Peter. The answer is I always thought luck wasn't on my side, but QiMen gave me better timing and directions. So once I started acting on that, opportunities opened up. So it felt like creating my own luck. Yes. Okay. So that's the reason why I like flying bird falling into cave. Like, okay, as I've shared with all of you, I'm the kind of person, uh, that kind of lazy person, I don't like to overwork on myself one. So the reason why I learned QiMen is because I know that if today I'm I have the advantage to know the outcome first, and then will it be easier in my life? So imagine I want to bid something. Yeah. Me and my friend went to the auction. We want to bid something. So, example, I already know the outcome. I know how much, what is the budget. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I just simply give a scenario. Yeah. Or even know what is the outcome already. Then I prepare myself. I've well prepared. I prepare all the tools. Yeah, what to do, what is the enemy, you know, uh, how they prepare. Yeah, so I already have the advantage. So if you ask me, yeah, this is the oh, let me share. The screen just went off. Okay. Okay, I found it. Yeah, so if you ask me, right, these questions, if I'm not a lucky person, then achievement is a tool for you to look for a good hours. That these good hours is specially for yourself. Like I said, if you are so advanced, you already know achievement for quite some times, then you can always personalize your own timing. So just a quick cap, like how I did, right? I will always pre-plan my next month. So example now is already 24th of October, right? So what I do, I will always pre-plan all my Novembers, you know, because uh once I've note down, okay, in this day I have this, okay, so I will know today I don't do any, don't make any decision first. The decision I will do it tomorrow. Yeah, so tomorrow I will talk to this person, I will talk to that person because I want to get this approval, I want to get that. So is that how we define lucky? Because lucky is just when people don't get what they want, they think they are not lucky, right? So if today you have the skill sets to get whatever you want, do you think you are a lucky person? Yeah, of course. So this is the game changer, I would say. Okay, yeah. So how do I know which direction is the right one to face when I'm making a big decision or going for a meeting? Okay. This is frequently asked questions. So Catherine said, I tested this before a meeting with my boss. The chart showed me the best direction, so I sat facing that way. So basically, the moment I realized so simple could make a real difference. Yeah, the conversation is totally much easier for that. So if you don't know, right, it's normal because we are here to learn. But just a quick one, if you are very new, you know how to differentiate black color and red color, right? Yeah. So normally this is how we teach the newbies. Yeah. But of course, if you are better in QiMen, you can see more formations. Yeah. But since we are very new here, we got a lot of newbies. Then what we do, we just look at the color first. The more red color, the better you are. But if let's say you are doing any sales, right? So you look for this is for sales, right? Yeah, because you are meeting You want to get the conversation flow easier. Yeah. So you can look for a hum door with more red colors. Yeah. So this is how we do. Yeah. So I think I will have one more FAQ, right? Okay, can QiMen really help me know the best time to launch a project or close a deal? Yes, of course. Yeah, because like I've shared, I will always pre-plan all my, good hours to do it. Yeah, like I've shared with you, like especially if you are you are in marketing, you want to post reels, you want to post online, you have new products you want to launch. Yeah. So you can use a lot of formations, especially green dragon formations, flying bird falling into cave. Yeah, this is all the good formations you can use it. Yeah, so I think Kian, that's all. I'll pass back to you.
All right. Right. Thank you, Ocean. So yeah, so just now it was actually asking about the project launching and close the deal, right? Like what Ocean mentioned, there is actually a lot of achievement strategic executions that we can actually use and we widely use in helping our client or even ourselves in selecting the right time on doing the right activity. Like what just Daniel Reyes mentions over here, he actually used a lot for the product launch by using the achievements informations and also the time, right? So basically, like what Ocean mentioned about the formation, the green dragon return, the flying bird fall into the cave formations. All these formations is basically just mentions that at a certain timing, at a certain sector, there is actually those kind of energies available for you to use. So depends on what is the activities that you want to do. You can actually tap into that energy at that time. Doing the right activity, basically, it will 10 times on the effort and the boosting of your, the success rate. Yeah, so basically that is what it meant by using the Qimen energy with the formations. Yeah, definitely there will be a lot of best timing for you to choose to launch a project or close a deal. And Qimen can actually give you that, as I mentioned, as long as you align the four realm, like what Dato mentions, right? The four realm, the spirit, the heaven, which is the spirit is the universe, and then we have the heaven, earth, and man, right? So basically means that your spirit, your mind, your body, your soul, and also your action are aligned is doing the one thing, you will be able to get that. The universe will be boosting you towards the outcome that you want. Yeah. So next questions, the frequent asked question: how fast can achievement result show you, right? Show up, right? So this is a testimony from Kevin Lai. Very fast, right? He say. So in my health crisis, help came within 1 or 2 hours, and I was cured in 1.5 day. In business, using Chima's client outcomes, manifestation show up in real evidential ways. Yeah, this is the experience and also the testimony from Kevin. And just now, I shared the story about the manifesting, the cleansing, right? You can see that it actually happens quite fast. But again, it depends on what are you manifesting. Say, for example, today you are earning 1 million a month. You say that I manifest for 10 million a month. Can it do it? It depends on what you are doing, isn't it? If you are just doing, let's say, a janitor work, do you think that you can get that kind of tenfold jump in like just one day? No, it's not. It's not possible. We are always talking about the positive. The realm of possible, right? You have to manifest something that, let's say, is within the touch. You know that you are actually a salesperson. Whatever project that you do, let's say is 1 million kind of project sizes, and you manifest, you want to get 10 million for just 1 month, and you only have 3 projects that you are currently working on. Do you think that you can get that? The answer is basically no. So your manifestation has to be aligned back to what is the actions or activity that you do. And that's back to the basic questions. Yes, it can be very fast to show up, provided you really align yourself, the spirit, heaven, man, earth, all the activities is aligned onto doing something and also with the realm of possible. Yeah, within touch. So basically, what is the within touch? It basically means that you know you are handling 10 projects at a time. You know all the 10 projects add up is 10 million, right? You don't manifest that you want to get 100 million because you know that on hand, you don't have that kind of opportunity size, isn't it? But you know that your win rate is usually 20%. So 20% of the 10 million is probably 2 millions, right? But you manifest, you say, I want another 20% within realm of possibility. So you manifest that you now, out of this 10, you win your winning rate, you want to get enhanced for another 20%. Can you get that? With the manifestation plus the activities that the achievement chart, the forecasting, telling you something that you need to do in order for you to get that, you do whatever is needed. I can tell you the result is come very fast. And also, most of the time, if you allow the universe to do the magic, right, which means, aka, you do not preset or have the preconceived idea on how it should be. Universe always come with the surprise, and also it always give you the end result that you desire. This is actually the very true testimony from a lot of our students. If you have a chance to come in and join us in our academy or even in our achievement club, talk to all the peers, talk to all the students that have been following Dato for quite some time. Hear them about manifestation, hear them using QiMen in their daily life. You'll be amazed that when you align yourself into the four realm, when you manifest something that you want to bend the reality into your desired outcome, how fast the universe can actually make that happens to you. Yeah. All right. So next, what do the guardian of deity actually? Oh, sorry. What do the guardian deities actually represent, and how do I choose which one to work with? Is a good question, isn't it? How many of you has this kind of the questions in mind? So here is the Grace Williams. So she say, for me, the deities felt like helpers that gave me a boost depending on what I needed. When I wanted peace and smooth talk, I worked with harmony. When I needed things to go my way, I picked chief. I didn't overthink it. The result still came true. This is the testimony from Grace. But the answer from me, right, and just to share with you, in day one, Tato share about the 10 deities that we have in our achievements method, right? So every one of us actually born with the so-called deity, right? The guardian of deity, or AKA you can call it like your guardian of angel, your guardian of the spirit, whatever you want to name it, it's just a naming, it doesn't matter. So the guardian of deities here actually represents of the unique power that you are born with. Okay, so let's say we have 10 deities, right? You are definitely born with one destiny palace with that deities. So what does it mean? It actually represents as your natural, your inborn power. That is the power, the so-called the nature, the power that you have with you. The easiest, if you give a little bit of training, you can actually get that kind of powers to use easily. Okay, so that is basically what the guardian of deities represent. Or in a deeper level, it basically means, yeah, the deity is basically your uh, the deity to take care of you for this lifetime, right? And you can actually think about X-Men. Yeah, so X-Men, the Marvel comic, we have so many different mutant, the heroes, right? All the mutants have their own unique ability, isn't it? And this guardian of deity, it basically means that in each of ourselves, when we are born with that guardian of deity, we have that unique ability that is so significant for you. When you use it, when you train with it, you use it, you can actually get the easily getting that power to work for your favor. For example, like what Grace mentioned here, the sixth harmony. So she say that when she want the peace and smooth talk, she work with the harmony. So what does it mean? It basically means that when she want to connect with the people, so the keyword here is connect with people, and also to connect with people who has the resources to manage and to handle the resources. Six harmony does the best job. So for those people who born with the guardian of deity as a harmony, don't you realize that for you, one of the special skill that you have in life is to connect with people? Yeah, you might say, no, I'm an introvert, but okay, just put that away. Don't you think that if you compare to your peers, your siblings, or even your friends and families, right? If you are born with harmony, it's very easy for you to connect with one another. Whether you want to build the long-term relationship or not, that is subjective, yeah? That is your desire, whether you want to do it or not. But naturally, it's very easy for you to connect with the people. So when you train with QiMen, when you train with your guardian of deity, let's say harmony, you know that this is your special ability. So when you train with the harmony, next time when you need help, right, it's very easy for you to go and just connect with the people who has the right resources to help you. That is a special power that the six harmonies possess. Say, for example, people who born with the, let's say, chief. Chief is the deity of the leader of all deities, right? So basically, he has all the power of all the other deities, like. But do you know that the chief is also the deity of protection? Deity, like what Tato mentions on day one, deities of wish deliver. Yeah. So basically, it means that whenever you are born with the chief, right? Imagine, no matter how old you are right now, think about the past life, the past few 10 years, 20 years, 30 years that you are living in this earth. Whatever you want in life, basically, eventually, it will come to you. Just a matter of time, isn't it, Chief? Yeah? Think about that. So if you are trained with your powers, right, now you know that is your special ability. So when you know this special ability, what will you do? You will definitely use it for your own advantage, right? So now you will definitely work the ways that you can also help Chief to help yourself to make sure that the desires outcome that come to you easier. So now when you have learned the achievement, when you know the method, you can basically manifest things comes to you and come to you faster. That is what you want, isn't it? We want to be rich. We don't want to be rich at age 100 years old, isn't it? We want to be rich in next years, isn't it? So that is what and how why we learn achievement, because we want things happen to us easier, faster, come to our way at our desired outcome. Yeah. So basically, the guardian of deities, every one of them actually have the different ability. So when you know each of them, right? Even you are not born as the, let's say, you are not born as the guardian of night heaven, but you know the power of visuality is there. So you can also still summon the night heaven into your use. Why? Because in your achievement destiny chart, you have all these eight deities with you, isn't it? We call every one of those have the piece of the power in you. But the only things that we talk about the guardian of deities, because that is the main deity that you are actually having to protect you, to take care of you for your this lifetime. So when we first start, we always work with your guardian of deity. Once you build the relationship with your guardian of deities, it will be easier for you to use up another the rest of the deities in your daily life. So as a beginner, I will always advise you work along with your guardian of deity first. Then when you are more seasonal practitioners, then you can use up the rest of the deities for your benefit. All right. So next, I hear the deities reflect intentions. How do I set my intention properly when using them? Right. So Robert Johnson say, at first, I thought I have to say some perfect mantra. But I just kept it simple. Like, I want this interview to go well. The intentions combined with the facing the right direction make me calmer and more confident. The outcome proved to me that the clarity of mind is what matter most. And it is what I mentioned just now. When you know how, when you are more seasoned practitioners, now you know the power, the so-called the special ability of each one of the different deities, right? When you want to summon for the deities for your usage, for your intention, you can actually just call them out. For example, like what Robert did. He went for the interview. He want the interview to be go well. He don't care who is the deity. So he just say, I want this interview to go well. So basically, the first thing is definitely he will connect with the guardian of deity. But let's say if you now know what is the power of each deity, when you want to do something intentionally, you can summon and also call the call out the specific deities to help you with your works. So that will actually give you more power in that sense. Like I mentioned just now, probably the chief. Maybe I use some others example. How about the white tiger? The white tiger deities is talk about vitality and strength, isn't it? So imagine that today you are the athletes, yeah, athletes, for example, Cristiano Ronaldo. You know you are going through the period for the World Cup 2026. For say, for example, he knows that he has already the ability, although the age is catching him up. He manifests with the white tiger. Give me the strength and the vitality, the endurance to go through for these 3 weeks of the World Cup periods so that I can perform at my best effort with the most endurance and energies towards the games. So basically, this white tiger will do the works at behind. So basically, it will help him to maintain the we call it the highest energy throughout these the World Cup seasons. So for you, how do you do that? Say for example, you are not athletes like Cristiano Ronaldo, but what about you practice, like, you participate in some presentations. You know that you're going through a presentation for the whole day, meeting after meeting. Do you need the vitality? Do you need the sharp-minded to handle all these meetings? Especially you are the, let's say, salesperson. You're going for this day, you're going three customers presentations, and two of them is about complaints, and one of them is about projects closure at the end of the day. Imagine that you don't have that kind of vitality. The first two meetings already drain out all your energy, isn't it? Yeah, because it's a complaint. Complaint is all about things that you didn't do well. The customer want more, then you have to give them. You have to negotiate things like that. So with that, right, when you manifest with the white tiger, so let's say that the white tiger give you more energy, stay sharp, stay focused. So throughout the time, even you are not drinking the caffeine, the coffee, you will have the sharp mind into keeping you go through all the meetings. And that is how we, the practitioner, have been tried, and it really works well because all the testimonies that we work with our clients share the same the outcome to us. So when as a newbies like you, yes, at the beginning, you just work with your guardian of deity. When you learn more along the way, right, you know that each of the deity has their own ability, special power. Yet then you can actually summon all of them for you to use. That is the things that we want, isn't it? And the more that you learn the achievement, the more and the simpler way that you can actually apply that to your life. You don't even need to check the chart now. You know that the deity is with you. You just need to call them out for you to use. Okay. So next questions. What are the role of deity in QiMen, and can they really help with manifestation or making wishes? So Sophie Leong was saying yes. In fact, deity works was very first subject I learned in QiMen. At first, I didn't believe it, but I tried using my guardian of deity, the chief, back in 2014. When I align my mindset positively, feeling calm, relaxed, and uplift my wish manifested. That experience convinced me it works. Yeah. So basically, what is the role of the deities? Yeah. Okay. In QiMen, this is more technical, by the way. If you don't get what I meant, no worries. First of all, in QiMen, we say that a person was actually born with deities, right? And deity, you can imagine like a piece of the universe energy. So this piece of universe energy, let's say it divided into, equally 10 percent each of the deities. So it makes out of the 100%, isn't it? So as you born in this world on earth, and then with the giving time and the date, you know that your guardian of deity is this one. Let's say A, right? The chief. Let's say chief. You know that you are born with the chief. Does it mean that the rest of the nine deities is no longer with you? No. The answer is the rest of the nine deities is still with you, because when you look at the whole QiMen chart, the destiny chart that you have, you notice that the eight deities is already in different boxes, different palaces. It means that all these deities are in you, but the main one who represents the deity is just the guardian of deities, because he will be what we call the deity in contact, or we call it PIC, right? Person in charge. This one is DIC, deities in charge to your life. So when you manifest, right? Let's say, like I mentioned, give you the example just now. You know that you're going through all the whole day meetings. You wouldn't ask Harmony to give you the strength, because he is not the person who take care of the energy department. The deity who take care of the vitality, endurance, and energy department is white tiger. So you call out the white tiger to to keep on feeding you the energy that you need throughout the meeting. So that is how we manifest with the right deity into giving the manifestation. If you know, if you don't know, always go back to your guardian of deity. Why? As I say, that is the deity in charge, right? So let's say you say, oh, my guardian of deity is harmony. Now I want white tiger to give me the endurance, but I don't know, right? I'm the very newbies. I just know my guardian of deity is harmony. I will just tell six harmony, I need this. Give me, go out and look for the right deities and give me the whole endurance of energies so that I can withstand myself for these three long meetings, the difficult meetings. So the six harmony will go into the departments and say, hey, White Tiger, it's you to come into work now, and come out and make sure that you keep Kian into a very energetic phase to last for these three meetings. So this is how you can also do when you don't know what is actually the power of each of the deities. As a newbie, it's all right. So when you learn more along the times, right, then you know that, oh, this deity, there is a special ability of this one. So next time when I need this kind of information, the energy, I will just call this deity out. Yeah. So this is how you can actually do it. Okay. So next one, what is the difference between using QiMen for destiny, life planning, versus using it for the strategy, so for the short-term move? So Amanda Gracia was experienced that and share. I use the destiny chart to understand the big picture, like what career path fit me is better, but the strategy side helped me with the smaller things, like which day have to have the conversations to which way to head. Having both feel like a mix for the long-term vision and the short-term action. So basically, that is correct, because the achievement, as what Datuk shared, the four applications, right? The four key applications that we can use the achievements knowledge. Destinies and transformation is one. Strategy executions is another one. Manifestations and also the forecast, as well as the QiMen Feng Shui, right? The four big pictures of the QiMen's method that we can use. So when we talk about the QiMen destiny, it's all about the life planning. Talking about when we are born, what kind of the ability, what kind of the structure, what kind of character that we actually born with. And then when we talk about achievements, short-term move like the strategy execution or forecast, right? It basically, when we are in this crossroad junction. This is the situation that I'm facing right now. I want to get some guidance from the universe. I plot the achievement hour chart. I forecast, I ask a question, I forecast what is the outcome of these questions. And also, I try to get the strategy, how I can do certain activity or certain some activations or some activities in order for me to get the best outcome that I wanted to. That is what we call a short-term move, a strategy move. So there is no contradicting between the long-term planning, which is a destiny transformations reading, compared to the short-term, the forecast or strategy execution. Totally no contrast at all. In fact, you can gel them together. You know that what is your strength, the deity that you're born with basically means that the special ability that you have. And then what kind of activities that you should be doing for all this lifetime, the door. And then with the current situation, the key questions that you're facing, for example, a lot of people like to ask about the job, right? Changing of job, whether I should go and change this job or not, right? I ask the universe just to get the reference from the universe and see, okay, let's say the chart say it's better for you to stay put because the new job, the environment is even worse than your current job. So now you know, instead of you jump for nothing, let's say the salary that they're offering you is also not the salary that you desire, with this kind of information, then you do a little bit of the research on the new company. Then you say, hey, yeah, the environment is even more toxic than what I'm having right now. It's better for you to stay put. So basically, that is a short-term forecasting. Yeah. So that's the difference between the long term, the life destinations transformations study. Basically, let's say you are into this career path for already 20 years. You want to move to a different path. From the destiny chart, you will know that what is actually your strength. What can you actually develop yourself to make you more valuable so that when you apply to yourself in your career, you can actually get more value for your employer or even for your client so that you can get more income or so-called the rewards to yourself. That is destiny. But when you have a questions that you are in a crossroad junction, you look at the hour chart, forecast it, find the strategy executions, find the right strategy to solve the problem. So this is the long term and the short term. All right. Okay, so Rani, I think
Yep.
that's all the questions that we have, right?
Yes, it seems to be the end of the question. Do you want to take one last question on the FAQ open question from Judy Luke from YouTube? Just
Yeah,
one,
sure,
and
sure.
then just a quick one. I think everyone would like to know this answer as well. The question
All right,
is,
sure.
can we do cleansing? How many times do we have to do cleansing, or how often do we have to cleanse? Like, is it
Yes.
something that you have to do every week, every month, every 6 months? Is there a time frame that you
Yeah.
suggest?
Okay. Let me share with you with one of the analogy here. Yeah. Do you always do deworm? Do you know that there is actually one brand called when we take the deworm pill, right? I forgot what is the brand names anymore. But anyway, if for those who take the deworms, right, do you actually do the deworm every week, every day? The answer is no, isn't it? Because nowadays we are not living in the ancient time. So probably we do it once a year. But how about the manifestations? How about the cleansing? Can we do it daily? My answer is no. Unless you tell me that every day you're having absorbed so many negativity to your life. Probably if you are the psychiatrist that the doctor of psychologists that you always have all these patients come to you every day, they're telling you all the negativity. Maybe you can do that, like cleanse the negativity every day. But if you are not in those kind of job, right, I would say probably half a year's one, or at least if you want it more frequent because you're a little bit more negative person, or you are in the downward spiral, probably every quarter once. Yeah, don't do it like every day or every week. It doesn't mean anything. You don't have that much of negativity to cleanse, and. So do it like, if you are really a pessimistic person, if you're a really negative person, do it like a quarters once. I would say, yeah, maximum quarter once. Otherwise, you should do it like half a year's once, and twice a year best.
Got it. Got it. I think people sometimes think that, oh, I have a lot of negativity or I have a lot of bad problems in my life. Maybe I need to cleanse every day or every week or every 3 weeks. So they think
Yeah,
it's like taking a shower because some people do that, especially when they do this Malay thing called mandi bunga, where you just
yeah.
bathe with
Okay, talk
flowers,
about that, right?
right?
In Chinese metaphysics, we always have the method for you. If you really think that you are so negative, right? First of all, if you are not the seasoned practitioner, for you to find the effective and the good formations, maybe you don't know how. So the best is looking at the situation. Maybe you should just go out and do a hiking. The negativity will discharge back to the ground that way. So if you really feel very demotivated, negative, and you do once cleansing, it doesn't seem like very working for you. My advice is do the hiking at the weekend, or at least like we say what you mandi dengan bunga lah, seven color petals, right? So the ancient traditional way. But really, just go out, do a hiking, go to the nature, and then just let the sun, just do the sunbathing a bit. They will definitely help you.
Yeah, I think what you mean is ground yourself because when you go walking, right, you ground yourself to the ground so that you absorb the energy of the earth as well. So that's also a form of cleansing. And I've also been taught
Yes.
that as well. Yeah, that's a very good suggestion. So just before we wrap up, remember just now you told us a story, Ken, about the issue when you cleansed and you had issues in the bathroom, you had diarrhea, remember? So I
Yep.
thought I'll just
Yes.
tell you my little story. So there was one time a few months back actually, I helped a friend do a tarot read. And usually before and after a tarot read, you have to cleanse yourself. And I did not manage to cleanse myself. I think I did it at home and then I was like, no, forget it, it's just for fun. And surprisingly, the next day, I had issues in the bathroom as well for an entire day. That was the only thing I had. It was just going to the bathroom and coming out, but there was no pain. There was no other issues of food poisoning. You have fever, you have, all that thing that comes with it. It was just me going to the toilet and having to cleanse myself. And I thought to
Yep.
myself, like, oh, what's going on? And this actually happened for a day and a half. And then I went to this person and said, you know what? I think you need to sort of give me something, or like say something, or thank you, or something like that. And she did. She's like, oh, thank you very much for the reading. Like, and as soon as she did that, gone. It's like the
Yeah.
cleansing was done. So when you told me that story of your issue, I was like, so that was also a cleansing issue. It's like when you do something, you got to cleanse, and if you don't cleanse, the universe or your body will cleanse it for you. In some way.
Yes.
So yeah,
Exactly.
that was a very interesting story that I thought I would share as well on my part, on my personal experience. But yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
you see, that
mm,
is how, even, when we say in metaphysics, right, we say that, sometimes you already absorb some of the negativities. It's time for you to clean the recycle bin. If you don't do it, the negativity will overflow. When it overflow, you will feel it in your life. You feel like, why I always in bad luck? Why I always have these demotivations? Why I always see things is very gloomy, things like that. That is because your negativities is already harming you. It's time for you to do cleansings. Yeah.
I
So
agree.
cleansing is a very powerful manifestation, as
Mm,
what Datuk shared on day one. I believe the second timing that he shared is probably, I think, tomorrow, right? If I'm not mistaken. Anyway,
mm.
for those who haven't tried, I encourage you try it out, experience it yourself. Yeah, then
Okay.
after day two, you can come in and share in the testimony by giving your message to us.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ken. Ocean, do you have anything to say before we wrap up? All right, wrap up for the night. Anything you want to share or tell our listeners on YouTube and Facebook?
Yeah, I will say thank you so much because it's I like the energy, there's a lot of questions, Well, I know we have a lot of unanswered questions, but really happy that you all got so much questions. But unfortunately, the time is very limited. Yeah, so it's okay. It's just day one. We have another day two, day three, and day four, and I believe we have more Q&A sessions also. Yeah, so remember to join us, and also from now on, you have another. I mean, you have joined another new world that you never heard before. What is QiMen? So welcome to the new world for you. And period 9, this is the right timing to learn QiMen. Yeah.
All right, Ocean. Thank you. Thank you very. First of all, I want to say thank you to our consultant Kian and consultant Ocean as well, resident consultant, for agreeing to help us out tonight in terms of answering questions. You know, thank you for spending time agreeing to this and helping the community as well. We want to say a big thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for a lot of your, your thoughts and
Thanks.
your experience as well. You know, in lending some answers to some people who may be confused. So thank you very much. For everyone
Yep,
else,
no
thank you for
problem.
joining us. Thank you for joining us. We will have part 2 of the QiMen Manifesting Framework tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Sorry. So please don't forget to tune in. The room opens at 8 o'clock, and the room opens at 7:30, and the training starts at 8 o'clock. So come, be prepared, bring your paper, bring anything that you need, bring your refreshments, and sit down and get all your answers and get your fine tuning with Dato tomorrow. Again, like what Ocean said just now, there were a lot of questions, and we are very sorry that we couldn't get to a lot of the questions that have been forwarded on Facebook and YouTube. I think we've got like 30 over questions that we didn't answer. We're very sorry. You know, we had to go through some of the questions that didn't forwarded to us. So don't worry, your questions will be answered in some way. Come join us for the next Q&A session. We'll probably answer your question there. All right, guys. Again, thank you, Kian. Thank you, Ocean. Thank you, team, in the back end as well, who've worked very hard to answer and get all the questions going for us as well. So good night, guys. Have a wonderful evening wherever you are in the world. All right, logging out. Good night.
Thank you so much, Rani. Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Yep. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you. Bye bye.